in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Let's be honest, about everyone in the NFL competes, but Julian Edelman, he really competes. Transition from a college quarterback to a slot. Athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield and get to...
Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence.
The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
A former first-round pick, Drake Kirkpatrick, had to bide his time in Cincinnati before he became a starter. But since then, he's become one of the key players on their defense, and they made him a priority in free agency. They lost a few other guys.
That effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, that's the way you want to get an opening drive going, right? Because so often it's a tone setter. And I think
he had a 3rd and goal. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. We'll return to Cincinnati after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession. Team play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well. You went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
4th and long.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one. You get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter. This is going to be incomplete. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. Both the Bengals and the Patriots haven't figured out yet how they're going to move the ball through the air. The defenses on both sides have kept points off the board, and it will be interesting to see if they can keep that up. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half. What will we see in half number 2? Time to both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. And it's really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about it can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. 3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down to the 4th. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they
caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
The throw, touchdown.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. The numbers tell the story, not the best start.
Just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, an 11-yard touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say...